think we might be wasting our time.
Hello and welcome to the Medics Commentary. This is a gameplay with an injection of thoughts, critique, and advice. My name is BlueGill75, playing some Evolve on the map. I can't remember what it is, but I figured where I got footage of Val and Lazarus, I figured I'd give out some footage of the Tier 3 Hunters. The Tier 3 Medic is Caira, and if you don't know much about her, she has a bit of a learning curve to her. Well, she's a bit more advanced than Val and Lazarus, where Lazarus is more focused on reviving, and Val is kind of an entry. She can help out in more than just healing. Caira is more... Well, you have to aim your shots. You have to aim pretty much everything. You have to aim your offensive, you have to aim your healing, and you have a speed boost. It's just you have to know where the hell you're running to. That's the thing. Like, I figured it seemed a good idea to buff the general direction of the monster, but you have to be behind everybody. But if someone's behind you a little too far, then it won't apply to them. So this was when, I think this was the first or second night I was playing Evolve. I've played quite a bit since then. Now, the reason with all the creatures in this game is that it's simply food for the monster. So there's big ones, there's little ones. The big ones are a big threat to even the monster. Like, the monster will start out as the weakest form, level 1, then a stronger level 2, and then the strongest level 3. So it's easiest to take down at level 1. It's just that I believe when the monster is smaller, they can run away faster, that kind of thing. And another thing, you have to be careful about not shooting the monster in the back, or else they recharge their dashes, depending on what the monster is. I believe this one was just a Goliath. It's the one on the box art, pretty much. Brute force, that kind of thing. I find each monster has a different strategy, because people are complaining about Wraith, but I find myself getting better against Wraith the more I play against the Tier 3 monster. I've been able to figure it out, just taking my time and fighting it. Where Kraken is more ranged, just kind of spreading out, area of effect kind of thing. Goliath is brute force, just a good old-fashioned brawl type of thing. So yeah, we're all learning our characters kind of thing. I think this was one of my first plays as Caira. However, it kind of gets you an idea of how the game kind of plays. Lots of monsters and plants that are trying to kill you, so you have to be careful about that. And try not to split up too much. We kind of screwed up by kind of splitting up a little too far. I've learned not to stay more than 50 meters away from my teammates. I try to stay in between them because this is not a game where it's wise to be by yourself, because you can run into a plant or you can get attacked by a monster, and you cannot be freed until someone shoots that thing that's trying to eat you. Even the monster can do a sneak attack on you, and if no one's around to get you out of it, you're not going to get saved. You can't shoot your way out of it. It's not a deathmatch game. This is team play. That's one of those carnivorous plants right there. So don't run into one of those or you're going to regret it. There was one match where the assault class was running on his way to a battle. He got too far away from the team. We had the dome laid down, and he was running. He jumped over a cliff down into a carnivorous plant, and he got stuck there where we were stuck in the dome. We couldn't leave, and then he died because he wasn't watching his step. Honest mistake, because it was in a bush. BS, I know. But you really gotta watch out. You're hunting. You're out in the wild. You're out in the wilderness. There are many dangerous monsters here on an alien planet, so it's not just like, oh, I got big guns. No, every class has their strength and weakness, where the medic, the primary job is to just keep people alive. You won't be as focused on dealing damage unless everybody's healed up. Now, the other two medics have sniper rifles you can cause. You can't deal much damage, but your bullet leaves a hole in the monster's armor, which will create criticals if your teammates... It only works for projectiles, so let me think. For Markov's lightning gun or Hyde's flamethrower, it will not work to plant criticals, but any bullets will do the job. So we did get split up pretty badly here, trying to save my teammate here from not getting killed by this monster here. However, he did get encapped. I could have dealt damage to this monster. I probably would have saved him. However, you'll start to see improvement as I start to show more recent gameplay. But the icon above that monster, those are albinos. They give buffs. It will give buffs to everyone on the team who gets the monster in time. creatures will decay, and it takes about a minute or two, I think it does. Bigger monsters take more time to decay where they have more meat on them. But it's possible for the monster to go around the hunters, and then eat that creature, and then get that buff, get that increased damage. So you have to be careful about killing a monster. Lazarus can counter this strategy by reviving an albino, thus making it difficult to kill a big monster. So you kind of have to be careful about who you kill, but if you don't think that the monster will be in that area in a minute or two, some people will kill the wildlife so that denies the monster food. However, we're kind of a little split off, but we did manage to, well, the monster kind of found us, more likely, more or less. So the thing about this is once the monster lays down that dome, it's pretty big, but positioning it is everything, like cliff tops, or try to go for an open spot, but just positioning is everything. Don't just run in all straight and just expect everything to be alright. Where I'm trying to keep my trapper alive, because if he falls down, so does the dome. That means the monster can get away. And where I have these healing grenades, they'll do pretty good burst. And I also have healing burst as the class special, so I'm able to heal myself. I can heal myself a little bit, not a whole lot. As one of my teammates says here, this is an ideal spot for Caira. This is why I want to show this gameplay. This moment right here, like just a tight spot that heals everybody who gets hit by it. Doesn't heal a whole lot. I believe if you land a direct hit, you deal more damage that way, which does make sense. So if you're able to aim quite well as a medic, then you get rewarded that way. So it's not just like Val's med gun or the traditional medigun kind of thing. You have to aim with this. So, however, it kind of benefits better than Val's med gun, where Val's med gun can lock onto a target, and you only have to be inside of them. This, well, Caira's napalm launcher, you can kind of do long-range healing like Val's med gun, but it's more difficult to see where you are, where the other med gun leaves a straight line and kind of shows, oh, the healer's over that way, I'll go devour them. And the support has a class special of Cloak. It cloaks him and his nearby teammates as well. It works out well when there's 2 hunters left. The support will cloak and run in one direction, and whoever's left will run in the other direction and wait for the dropship for people to respawn. That monster almost got away on us, but thankfully Cabot has dust tagging. It tags any nearby creatures and monsters that are in the area, and we just missed that guy right there. However, thankfully I was able to apply my teammates with a speed boost, so we are able to hunt them down a little bit better. And I'm getting near that point where we pretty much got him, we just have to keep up with them. So if your teammates know what to do and where they're going, speed boost works out very, very well for that. And it can work out quite well in battle too, just running out of the way of the monster, because the jetpack is a real bitch, I find, in battle, because if you use it too much, it takes a long time to reload, and if you use a jetpack boost, it will use up a quarter of that bar on the right. That's your jetpack fuel. It will recharge. You can get a perk to recharge it faster. I believe for this one I have faster reload, but I find now that having a bigger clip, because the one I have right now is increased by 25%, so I think another shot. And it seems to be working out quite well, but with that speed boost and just our trapper knowing we were able to track it down the monster, and I figured just you have to damage whoever's attacking your teammates so that the creature or monster will like deal with them. And able to burst heal, staying out of the way of the monster, just trying to stay alive. And dealing a lot of damage to this level 1 monster, able to stay alive long enough and just keep fighting. And the monster just came to the point of, the hell with it, I'm just going to evolve. Now the thing about evolving, you're not completely invincible. Your armor is, you're shedding new skin or something like that, so you can't rely on your armor. You shed it, and then you have to go collect new armor, so he pretty much just said, screw it, I'll just do it for laughs. So, yeah, one of my first Caira gameplays, I like to keep that up.
He didn't have any armor left.
Yeah.
We just did it for the lulz.
Pretty much. So that was Caira on Wraith Trap. So the maps, they kind of do look similar, but once you start memorizing everything, even the creatures will spawn in specific spots, so you can kind of memorize where the albinos are. Because I noticed some creatures go in the same spot every time. So there is that. There is some leveling up. I'm thinking about level 23 or something like that. But I'm not too concerned about
Oh my gosh.
uh,
That was like
getting
such a
extra
great
levels kind of
spot
thing.
for
Just
her. Like,
playing the game, and if I happen to make some progress toward elite,
well,
then so be it. I
like
don't
a
really want to
small
grind
spot, too, so
because I
it's
don't
like-
really find that all
The
too
spam.
fun.
Exactly.
So yeah, as you can see in the
It's like
replay
a
here,
perfect spot
we
for
kind
her.
of got in the right track, but
Dude, you guys
we
are
went toward our
right on my
teammates,
ass.
which was not in the right direction. And yeah, the higher tier hunters don't have
Yeah, if I were
much to
there,
rely
just
on.
a
They kind of have to
automatic
just
shotgun,
look around
yeah,
and find
just take, like, a
clues.
third of the life right there.
Yeah, tier 1 hunter, you kind of have a good thing, but higher tiers require more skill and
Did you
better
think the rocket
understanding.
launcher does the damage, but
So
I
yeah,
learned the hard way in one game.
that's all for now.
Dude, I literally grazed
Thanks very
it
much for
next to
watching.
you guys like